Alright, so here are 5 games that you need to play in 2024. Now, these 5 games are in no particular order, but the 5th game I'm going to mention is one that I've been really eyeing and I'm the most excited about. I've been eyeing this game since the first day the trailer dropped. So yeah, let's get into it. Alright, so the first game that you need to play in 2024 is Tekken 8. Now, Tekken 8 is going to drop on January 26. I've had the pleasure of actually playing the, what was that? Well, I think it was like the beta version or the pre-release version of the game, and I really loved it. I haven't played Tekken in a very long time, and I've been a fan of the series. I've played every Tekken game since the first one dropped, and I've really just been a huge fan of Tekken 8, and this time around Tekken 8 is going to be running on Unreal Engine 5. I think it's one of the first few games that we have that are this blockbuster and are running on Unreal Engine 5. The game looks great. The game added 4 new characters and polished up all the other 32 characters in the game. And the game just really feels great. One thing I loved about it is that it's actually friendly to new players, so you don't really have to know everything going in. It has a really cool tutorial system where you literally, if you're just a first timer in the game, you are really just gonna go all in. It's really easy to learn, and yeah, it's a really great game. January 26, Tekken 8 drops on PS5, Xbox Series S and X, and PC. Alright, so the second game on the list that you must play in 2024 is Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League. Now, I love the new perspective that this game takes. You basically play as the villains, and the mission is simple: take down the good guys. So you play as Harley Quinn, Captain Boomerang, King Shark, and Deadshot. You can actually swap out between all the 4 characters, and each of them actually has their own unique abilities, kind of like the way it is in Marvel's Avengers and Guardians of the Galaxy. So the game is developed by Rocksteady, the same studio that developed the Batman Arkham games. I loved all of those games. I think Arkham City was my favorite game. Now, from the few gameplay trailers and a few shots that I've seen of this game, I don't know, maybe it's just me, but the world looks a little bit empty, but I guess we'll have to wait and see when the game drops on February 2nd on pretty much every major platform. Alright, so the third game that is coming out this year that you must play is Prince of Persia: The Lost Crown. Now, this game actually drops today, January 15th, at the time of making this video. So it's really not the Prince of Persia game that most of us were expecting. This one sort of has a 2.5D type of design. You run around, solve puzzles, but personally, it is not what I expected. I expected the whole, Sons of Time, Warrior Within type of gameplay, but it does look pretty interesting. So it's something that I may or may not get into, as you want to see a couple of reviews before I can actually get into this game. But yeah, the game actually drops today, January 15th. Okay, so the 4th game that I want to talk about is Like a Dragon: Infinite Wealth, which drops on January 26th. So this is actually the 9th installment in the Yakuza series. I've played a few Yakuza games myself. I'm actually currently downloading The Man Who Erased His Name. I think that's also part of that franchise. Now, this game is one of the first games that is not set in Japan. It's actually going to be set in Hawaii. It's got a more open-ish world type of gameplay going on. And it looks really good if you're a fan of arcade type fighting games, kind of like the Tekken games, but imagine that in a more open world where you can do a bunch more things. So yeah, Like a Dragon: Infinite Wealth drops January 26. Alright, so the 5th and final game that I think is a must play for 2024 is Black Myth Wukong, which drops August 20th. Now, this is a game I have been eyeing since the day the first trailer dropped. Everything about it just really looks good. It doesn't give me that the Souls games type of vibe. Now, this game looks fast-paced. It looks brutal as hell. Gives me Devil May Cry vibes, and with a dash of Ghost of Tsushima, type of world and setup. The game really just looks good. If you haven't seen any gameplay footage or trailers about it, I urge you to really go check them out. And like I said, it is my most anticipated game. It looks really awesome. Alright, so those are my top 5 picks of games to play in 2024. Now, there's a whole bunch of games that are going to be dropping this year, but for me personally, these 5 games stood out, and I knew I just had to make a video about it. So let me know which of these 5 games you're most excited to play down in the comments below. And also, if you're new here, subscribe to the channel. Really helps us out a lot. So yeah, see you guys in the next video. Peace.